అందరికీ నమస్కారం. మీరు వింటున్నారు పవరింగ్ పాసిబిలిటీస్ పవర్డ్ బై జోహో ఓన్లీ ఆన్ రేడియో సురభి 107.9 FM HD3 అమెరికాలో తెలుగు నేస్తం. టుడే we have someone who beautifully blends creativity with purpose. A textile design graduate from NIFT Delhi, and she is now redefining sustainable packaging with eco-friendly products made from natural leaves. Hello Chetna ji, how are you?
Hi, Shirisha. Thank you so much, first of all, for inviting me to your show. I'm doing good. You tell me, how are you?
I'm absolutely fine. I'm so inspired to talk to you today, and also when I got to know your profile, I thought it is like wow, a NIFT, a graduate from NIFT. So I think this is my first time ever I'm talking to a person who actually did fashion designing. And I know you did textile design, but this is my first time talking to a NIFT graduate.
All right. Okay.
So, uh, I know we already gave that introduction of you came from NIFT, a world of fashion design, right? So,
Yeah.
how did that journey lead you into sustainable package?
So just let me give you a brief background. I come from a science background, like I have done my graduation in science, and after that, my post graduation was in design from NIFT New Delhi. So I passed out in 2001 from NIFT, and post that, I worked in the textile industry for around 10 to 15 years. And after that, I got married. I came to Bangalore. I had a child. So during that period, I was not working.
Mm-hmm.
And then that period also, but me being a creative person, I have always been into, some kind of creative stuff or something. So because I came from a textile background and I knew all the nitty-gritties of textile and I knew the kind of, pollution it creates, because I was right there working in a textile industry. So I know like from the fibers and how the dyeing happens and everything. So I wanted to do something which is like related to textile, but it is also sustainable, which is not polluting the environment. So I began, like initially I began with, using the waste fabric and creating yarn out of it and then creating something from it. And then, eventually, because my child was small that time, so it didn't, I couldn't take it forward. But I knew from there, I knew that I wanted to do something related to sustainability because, looking at in the environment and so much pollution is there, something had to be done. Then came fast forward 2020 when COVID happened. There was a lockdown, and everyone was using a lot of plastic. PPE suits and mask and everything, and a lot of plastic was going in the environment. And also the waste management services, they also were not working properly. So that point of time, I saw a lot of waste here and there on the roads and everywhere, and that made me really think, like, what are we doing? Already there's so much pollution in the environment, and I saw animals eating those because generally what would happen is like we would put our food waste in the plastic bag and put out there, and the animals will come and eat it, especially cows and all. So I saw that, and that really made me think like I should not use a plastic bag for disposing of my waste. Then what to do? Like, what is the solution? Because if I don't put anything in my bin, the waste collector, that those people, they would, they used to get very angry that why you giving such dirty bin. Then I started using newspaper, but newspaper used to get soggy. Then I came up with the idea to cover my bin with leaves, you know,
Oh,
especially the pattals with the raku food plate.
yes.
And that thing actually worked because, leaf, it's hydrophobic in nature. So from there, the idea of Lean Green came. I had this idea. 2020, I got a chance to, be part of Women's Startup Program by NSR Cell. I am Bangalore. And there I suggested my idea, and they liked this idea that what if we create a trash bag from this? And from there, it took off like anything. So I came up initially. I came up with the idea of trash bag, but people didn't take trash bag that seriously. So we pivoted a bit, and we came to packaging. And packaging is like people are loving it. So from there we took off, and this is how the journey of Clean Green started.
That's so powerful, Chetna ji. And when I see the name, usually when we think about clean, we usually go by C, right? CLEAN. And why
Right.
there is a K? Why it starts with K? Is there
See,
any
I saw,
specific reason?
we looked for C only, clean green, but I think somebody had already taken that.
Okay.
So, because we had to go for the trademark, so instead of C, we put K.
Okay. Okay. I thought like when you do some kind of magic with your words or your letters, probably that registers more with people because I was also looking at your Instagram profile. It is so thoughtful. The posts are all really good. Probably, I think that is the name also, it attracts more people. There are a few other
Yeah.
sustainable pages. They didn't have so many followers that you had. And also,
Yeah,
of
and
course, the
to tell
content
you,
matters.
those are all organic followers. We literally did not go for any marketing. It's only word of mouth and people talking about our work. So that's how, we gained those many followers. And actually, we looked for clean greens, C, but we didn't get it. So we went for K. So that's how it happened. I mean, we
Yeah.
didn't plan it.
Yeah, that thing has also really contributed. I feel like
I'm
there is
glad.
something different, right? But it's spread
Yeah.
it in a positive way.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you spoke about how you just got into this idea of you just wanted to have the trash bag first, and why only packaging? Like you understood the trash bag idea didn't work out. Like why packaging? What about this space made you feel it needed disruption?
See, it needed disruption only because there is no solution right now which is fully sustainable. We people talk about sustainable, cornstarch based packaging and plant based packaging, and people also talk about paper. Both are not sustainable because paper also uses a lot of water and other resources. Trees get cut, and the starch based packaging that is also very resource intensive, and anyway we are using a lot of electricity, water while producing. So
Mhm.
no, I think there is a gap in the market which nobody thought about, and this solution has been given to us in our tradition. It's been there for quite a long time, but even I wonder that why nobody thought about this idea. Because it's completely sustainable and it has been passed on to us through generations. People are still using it, and it is there, it is out there, and it is found in abundance in our region. So why not leverage it, and why not come up with a solution? Because there's a lot of pollution in the environment which comes from packaging. So if we come up with a solution like this, which is like end to end, which is completely circular, at the end of its cycle also it is giving. So why not? So that gave me this idea, like why from like I started with because trash bag is also a like form of packaging. We are packaging our waste and throwing out. So then I saw that generally in India the packaging is used for throwing out waste, right? So why not move there? So what if I could do a bit of change from my side, wherein I'm giving or providing a packaging which is completely sustainable, post usage also it can be used for throwing your waste, or even if it goes in the environment it's not going to harm in any way. So that's why from trash bag we came to packaging, and because we started with this idea, so we had created a base for this kind of work, so we took it forward from there. So yeah, this is how it happened. And then like when we started working, it's like a push from people, like push from our customers who loved our work and they appreciated it and they wanted us to work further. I mean, I
Ah,
sometimes when I will tell them that yeah, it's like we are starting, it's a beginning, and there are a lot of struggles in between because we are just a bootstrap startup. Uh, but they said, no, no, we are behind you. You do it. It's an excellent idea, and we love it. And I mean, it's the love and support of our customers that kept us going, and that's how we are here today.
awesome. Awesome. So, is there any particular product or anything that customers requested you to spend time on it, design for them? Anything related to that?
Yeah, initially we came up with bags,
Mhm.
carry bags and boxes. So sometimes our customers, we were doing only plain green leaf boxes. So our customer wanted something on top of it, like paint or some kind of design. So
Okay.
that's how we came up with the idea of painting the box. And customers loved it like anything. Like most of our customers, like around a 75 to 80% customers, they want hand painted boxes now. So now we have trained our ladies to paint the boxes and they look beautiful. So yeah, that idea was given by our customers. So yeah.
Awesome. There is always a space for creativity.
Yeah, and I go by it completely. I mean, I take feedback, work on it, and that's how we go because I genuinely like that. My intent is such that I want people to use this packaging so that we can reduce some amount of pollution from the environment. So I would, whatever they say and, whatever is suiting them, we would like to go for it because we want them to use this packaging.
Wonderful, wonderful. And like we already spoke about, there are many companies that offer this eco-friendly products, sustainable, they say. And what makes clean and green products different from other eco-friendly products in the market?
As I told earlier that I'm just talking about packaging. So there are many packaging solutions in the market right now, right from the plastic packaging to paper packaging, and then there are some companies who are working in the sustainability sector as well. So there are different like people are making packaging from seaweed, and there are different things like I would say that excellent ideas are being worked upon. So, but the thing is that all of them, they are using some kind of process during the manufacturing process, which uses more of resources. They are more resource intensive than clean green packaging because clean green packaging comes right from the forest. It's already made by God, and we are just converting it into different shapes and sizes. So we don't have to use any resources like paper, like water or electricity. It's completely zero waste. So that's how we are different from other packaging solutions.
Yeah, like when you say you don't even need any electricity, like if it is a zero waste, then I see why people are loving it.
Yeah, it is completely zero waste. Even at the end of its life cycle, it can be, used for making biogas. It can be used for making compost. It can be used for making biochar. So it's going to be huge benefit for our soil once it is in the environment. So that way also, like at the end of its life cycle, it is helping in some way. So that's how our packaging is different from other packaging, which is man-made.
Yes. And it feels like giving it back what you got. Like you got
Yeah,
something from the nature and you are just giving back it
right,
to the
right,
nature.
right.
Yeah.
It's like it's already been done. Like it's given to us. The packaging is right there. The idea is right there. It's just that we are implementing it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. And you also said you work with underprivileged communities, right? To probably for resourcing, I believe.
Mhm.
So how did that partnership begin?
Yeah, so all our packaging is made from the round food plates, right?
Yeah.
Which are made by tribal women. They live in the forest region of our country. And what they do is they travel deep into the forest and they handpick, they collect the leaves sustainably because the forest tribal communities, they know how to, take the forest resources sustainably. So they make sure that they are not harming. And by the way, it doesn't come from tree, it comes from a very fast growing forest climber, which is a huge climber, and it grows vigorously in the forest. And for like 10 months in a year it grows. Only for 2 months in a year they don't harvest it, otherwise it can be harvested for 10 months.
Oh,
So they do it and they make it, they hand stitch it with bamboo stick into a round plates. So from there, the idea comes that we have to use exactly the same leaf plates. So we are using the same leaf plates. We are purchasing from those tribal women, and then we are bringing it to Bangalore. There we are training other underprivileged ladies how to convert those plates into boxes and bags. So this is how we are engaging tribal women communities as well as urban underprivileged women communities. So they are it's like a good means of livelihood for these ladies because they are engaged with clean green.
exactly. And can you share a real story of someone whose life changed through Clean Green?
Like ladies working with us.
Yeah, I know underprivileged communities. I know how it goes with them, and
Yeah.
if they are partnering with something like this, it would definitely make some difference in their lives. And also, the women working with you, they do the hand stitching and they do paint. And obviously, I don't think probably may some of them may be graduates, or some of them may be earning for their livelihood. So it definitely would
Yes.
have changed somebody's lives.
Definitely, it has. So, like we started our operations in 2022. Initially, for first 2 years, it was very slow because we were just trying to build things up and we were just trying to uh, uh, create awareness in the market about what we are doing. So it was very small. So we started from a very small 1 BHK apartment uh, near my place. And then we kept around 3 to 4 ladies. Gave them training and all. So they started with us like very small because those ladies they come from a economically weaker section. uh, Married women, husband is like not treating them well. They wanted to do something for their children, so they came to us, and this is how it began. And those ladies are still with us, like it's been 4 years and they are still with us. So they started very small with a small salary because we were bootstrapped
Yeah.
initially. So they started with 7,000 and today they are earning 15 to 20,000 per month. So this is how it like within a span of 2 to 3 years we grew, and along with us they also grew. So they are still, because gradually their salaries grew, and now they are doing very well. Initially they had a lot of trouble in the family. Now things have started moving well in their family. So I mean, I would not like to go more deeper into their stories, but yeah, the picture is good now. It's much better. So that's how it all happened. With
Yeah,
clean, they also grew. Yeah.
I feel when I
So
hear
now we have
stories,
a team of around 8 to 10 ladies, but initially we started very small.
I feel when I hear such stories, this is the real women empowerment, and this is how a woman should be. Like there might be things going wrong, going up and down, but this is how they choose to sustain in the world. So this is the real women empowerment, I feel.
Right. And this is what keeps us going. Like when
Yeah,
we see their faces and they working hard, so like that also motivates us to work
yeah,
harder and work further. Yeah.
yeah. And a lot of brands, they claim to be eco-friendly. What does truly sustainable mean to you as a founder?
See, as a founder, yeah, everyone, I think sustainability is a big word these days. Everyone is talking about sustainability, but I think there is a lot of greenwashing happening in the market, and we don't believe in that completely. Like, from the beginning, our intent was right. Like we were very sure that we have to be actually sustainable instead of doing greenwashing. So we believed in our intent and we followed that throughout. Still, like people today, also, like when people, new customers call us, they ask us, are you using any plastic or paper? How are you making it? So we just outright tell them that we are completely sustainable and we do not use. Sometimes our customers only come to us and they say, please put a plastic lining or please put a paper. We clearly tell them that no, I mean, this is against our philosophy. We are completely sustainable and we follow the same model throughout. So we use only leaf and that is how we work. So yeah, I mean that greenwashing is something that is very prevalent in the market, and I would say that the kind of situation which is there right now, and due to the current Gulf conflict,
Yeah.
the environment is again, it's getting hotter. Already, it's hot due to climate change, and if we actually, if all the brands don't come together and work in the sustainability sector genuinely in place of doing greenwashing, I think you know it'll be difficult for us to go forward. So I would like to say that from your channel, I would like to appeal to all the brands and also the consumers to actually genuinely work, because the change comes through individual people. We cannot change the world, but we can change ourselves. So that is something that I always advocate, and we all always work on that. If one person does a change, there's a ripple effect that happens, and all of us, if we work together, I think there's still a chance, because we are very positive about things, and that's how the clean green is working right now. So if we all work together, I think there's a fair chance that we can sail through this climate crisis.
Yes.
So that is the appeal that I have.
Awesome. I'm sure these days I can see the shift in people. Like there were so many trends that are coming in, and people are obsessed about the new trends that are coming in. And certain section of the people, they are just going back to the roots. They are just going towards, if we take food, they are just preferring organic. They're trying to grow at home, and they are reusing the clothes they had, and they are opting for thrifting. So in the same way, I believe in next few years we will definitely move towards this sustainability and prefer more organic and natural products for packaging, for even for cutlery, I feel. So we will definitely move backwards, back to our
We hope
roots.
so. We hope so. Like there is the progress is not always about, going in a way which is harming the environment. So we have to be progressive, but at the same time, we have to think about the environment, because this is how we thrive. This is how, this is our mother. This is our mother. Mother Nature is this from where we are born. So if we don't take care of it, it will be difficult for Mother Nature to take care of us.
Yes,
So, yeah.
yes, absolutely. Agree to your point. And uh, once you decided to pursue this idea of clean green, what were the very first steps you took to bring it to life?
Yeah, see, initially, like I came up with this idea during the lockdown in 2020. And luckily at that time, I think by the end of 2020, I came across NSR Cell, IIM Bangalore. It's a women starter program. So I got a chance to get incubation there. So we got incubated there for 1 year throughout 2021. So the complete 2021, we were getting incubated at NSR Cell, and that actually supported us in a long way, because I come from a background which is like a services sector background, and I had no idea about entrepreneurship. So it was the entrepreneurship was completely new to me, but this particular program, it helped me, and it helped me shape the idea and take it to another stage. So I think that was a very good step that I had taken, and that really helped me to pitch my idea. And with that support, I could pitch my idea to Startup India, and we got grant support from Startup India Seed Fund. We also got grant support from Startup Karnataka, and that kind of support helped us in reaching where we are today. Had we not gone for all these steps, I think it would have been slightly difficult, because sometimes, good ideas, if they are not implemented well, they remain as idea only. So implementation is very important, and it has to come at a crucial time when it is needed. So we were lucky that we got that chance to get incubated, and that helped us in pitching the idea for the grant, and that's how we grew from there. So now that we are in this stage where we are getting a lot of demand from the market, and we are also looking to scale up. So again, we are looking to raise funds, and we are working on that. So I think these kind of steps, like if somebody takes these kind of steps and go forward, and if the intent is correct, idea is right, I think things move sustainably and also smoothly. So this is what happened to us.
Awesome. From what you said, there is an encouragement a lot from the states, from the government side.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it is good that government is also taking some steps. They realize that okay, something bad we are doing to the Mother Earth, and we need to probably stop doing what we are doing and get back to our roots. That is so thoughtful from them, even.
Yeah, right. And we've been lucky to, get that support.
Yeah.
And it was quite encouraging for us to move forward. So we are thankful to the government support that has been given to us.
Awesome, awesome. And like I always said, it's so inspiring to talk to people like you. And now with this, we will talk little more in a fun way about the business and how the numbers and the struggles you faced. And this is a Zoho Spotlight games and activities segment. This is also powered by Zoho. And let's do a quick rapid fire.
Yeah. I hope I'm able to answer. Yeah.
So as an entrepreneur, and this is the business, this is the first ever business, if I'm not wrong, for you.
Yeah, yeah. This is my first business.
Yeah. And for an entrepreneur, there is no 9 to 5. It is always 24 bar 7, right?
Right.
Yeah. So what is that guilty pleasure snack during your late night work sessions?
See, the thing is that I'm a very, as you can say, like healthy kind of a person. Like I always believe in, I am in my late 40s now, and I believe in like healthy eating. And also, not only me, I inculcate the same habit in my family. So because if I'm not healthy, if I won't keep myself healthy, how will I keep my family healthy? And if that doesn't happen, then how will I work on clean green? So I'm quite strict about that way, that I go for a healthy binges and all. So even if I have to snack, I'll make some healthy snack at home. So that's what I do. So if you are looking from some kind of a, that thing, I don't work. I am like a very, if I have to binge, I'll binge on fruits or nuts and all that. So that's what I do.
Like this feels more inspiring than clean green,
Yeah.
I feel, because this
Yeah.
is something people need to inculcate in themselves when you hit 30s, when you hit 40s. Wellness and taking care of your body is much more
Right. But when
important.
you are like over 40s, like late 40s, then I think it is even more important, especially for women, to take care of their health.
Yeah.
So I make sure I take care of my health, because if I don't take care of my health, how will I take care of my family's health? So
Yes,
that's very important for me.
absolutely. Agreed. And next question is, if you had 24 hours completely free, how would you spend it?
Yeah, I'll spend a lot of time in nature, doing gardening, reading my books, and listening to my favorite music. So that's something, but
Wonderful.
that time, it's right now it's quite rare. I'm not getting that time. But yeah, whenever I have that time, I'll do all those things.
So you listen to music. So what is
Yes,
that
I do.
one song that instantly lifts the mood?
Oh, there are many of them. There are many of them. Like I from Bollywood songs to what my son listens. Anything that is new and peppy, I would like, and I would like to listen to it. I would like to dance. So there are many of them. Any good song I like. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. And in just 15 seconds, if you need to tell about if you need to pitch about your business, how do you pitch it?
Yeah. So, for all conscious homes and businesses who believe that they can make a real impact through their actions, Clean Green offers affordable, sustainable, socially inclusive, and naturally beautiful alternatives to combat climate change. So,
Awesome,
that's,
awesome.
yeah.
You covered it all.
Yeah.
And when we talk about the business, numbers are the most important thing, and we always calculate our metrics using the numbers, right? So
Right.
let's talk a little bit about the numbers. What is that first big number from the revenue perspective, or the users, or the clients, that made you realize your idea is actually working?
Yeah, so as I told you that in 2022 there was nothing, like we just started, and the year that 2022 we were completely busy setting up the small manufacturing unit.
Yeah.
So nothing happened. We started in 2022. 2023, like little bit it started moving from our website teamgreenindia.com. Uh, but the revenue was quite less. So everything started moving little faster from 2024. So 2024 we had a good revenue, and till date we have sold around 1.5 lakhs boxes. And like we are targeting, because right now the our production capacity is low, but we are hoping to increase it further. So hopefully in the next couple of years it'll be even more. So yeah, so the real change started showing in 2024, and we grew like 2 to 3x in 2025-26. So that's the number I want to tell right now, that that is how we are growing.
I'm sure that numbers are going to blast in coming up years.
I hope so. Thank you so much.
And I'm gonna ask you some kind of true or false questions. Those are like startup myth busters. You just need to say
Mm-hmm.
yes or no to these questions.
Mm-hmm.
First question is, you need a perfect business plan before you launch. Yes or no?
No, I don't believe in that.
Many founders of the startup told me the same
There's
thing.
nothing perfect. There's nothing perfect. You learn through your journey, you learn during your journey. And, the idea or the plan is nothing until unless you work on the implementation. Implementation is everything.
Yeah,
So if the implementation is right, even if the idea is like not perfect, it can take you forward.
yeah, yeah.
That's what I believe in.
Competition is bad for startups.
No, I don't believe in that. Competition is good. And I mean, if somebody is saying that they don't have any competition, then I don't think that idea is going to work, because competition is always there. Although we say that like ours is a unique idea and nobody, we are the first one. in the world to make this kind of packaging, but we also have a competition. So because there are so many other ideas, good ideas, sustainable ideas people are working upon, and I think we have a healthy competition which is there. So competition has to be there.
Awesome, awesome. And competition always keeps you grounded, I feel. And
Yes,
it shows you the reality. How are
right,
you doing?
right,
Yeah.
right.
And the last question for this interview is, if somebody who is listening to this podcast, if they want to purchase your products, and how would they approach you, or do you have any website that they can purchase?
Yeah, so your show is going to air in America. So we are getting a lot of inquiry from America and Europe. We have not yet started doing international shipping, but probably, hopefully, this year onwards, we are going to start international shipping. And you can purchase our products from our website, cleangreenindia.com. And in case you want, because from our website, you can purchase small quantities, but in case you want bigger quantity or bulk, you can approach us on our WhatsApp number. It is available on our website, and we can take it forward from there. So yes, we'll be doing international shipping soon.
Awesome, awesome. And I'm sure we have Radio Surabhi has an app, so people from anywhere in the world can listen. I hope people from India and other parts of the world, they also listen to this show, because it's so thoughtful, so inspiring and powerful as well. So I hope you reach more and more households, and may you continue the journey and keep saving the Mother Earth.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for inviting me, and it was great talking to you. Thanks a lot for this
Yeah,
opportunity.
pleasure to have you with us, Chetna ji. Thank you very
Thank you.
much. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thanks a lot, Shirisha.